Good evening, everyone. I'm going to try not to yell because
Hello.
apparently these things make me scream. Welcome to another episode of Supernatural Speaks from the porch in Atlanta. Uh, I've got my good friend Chris Garcia on tonight. And as you can see, it's the Todd and Leanne are joining us tonight as well. So we're going to rock it out tonight. I'll start with my hellos. Hey, Nikki, Sherry, Becky, Candace, Vicky, and my pops, Melvin. I love you, Melvin. We're getting the crew in here tonight. If y'all have time, please share the show.
Yep.
I'm technically challenged once I get on this phone with StreamYard, so you never know what may happen. Oh, Angela, sweet Angela's here. It's gonna be a good night. If y'all have any questions, make sure you put them in chat. There might be a portion later where I have a few people come in for a reading. We'll see how it goes. Hey Haley, how you doing, baby? We'll see what we can do for you. Tonight's show is going to get really crazy. Me and Todd are reading. Just joking.
Oh, yeah.
Are going to do what?
I don't think so.
We're gonna we're gonna stay out of your bubble tonight, Todd. Well,
Thank you.
Chris, I see you have survived the blizzard of 2021. How long were you without
Yes,
power?
it's just crazy. What to me it
Melvin,
felt
that's
like
too
two
much
days for some
information.
reason. Uh, and it's just crazy because I mean I did not have electricity. I didn't have water. Thank God we have water. We have electricity, as you can see, and we do have water. We just got that. I think the other day when I did the show, I think on Friday, it was just weird. But yeah, it's been just it was cold. And then to tell y'all, we didn't have snow. The last time we had snow was in 1985. Okay,
You
we had
I,
two snows. We had the biggest one, which was the one where it had the power outage, which was when I was supposed to do another show on Wednesday. That had to be just canceled because I couldn't do it. And then we had another one where we just had to slit, and I'm thinking, this is crazy. That's two times, since I was like probably five, maybe six at the time when we had snow. So that's kind of odd. Where I can say that there is, like I said in the other show, there's a shift in the air. There's so much shift going on. It's not even funny. Like in North Carolina, while we were having that, I heard that there were tornadoes up there.
yes,
And like I've
yes,
told everybody before, the movie 2012, I mean, excuse me, the movie 2012, if you flip the numbers around, it's 2021. Okay. It's been
let's not
popping in my head, which is kind of that is
let's
weird
make that
because I
stop.
mean, it's scary. And but other than that, I'm actually warm now, and I'm actually in my room. So other than that, I've been doing pretty good. And then my premonitions, as like Leanne, and you, Beth, the
Yeah.
premonition about that restaurant. I'm still finding out more stuff as I go along. Um, it's just weird. And I remember, and like I was telling you, Beth, before you came in, I had a dream, and this was 2 days before we had this blackout. Now, tell me, this is kind of odd. My ex girlfriend's cousin, her name is Valerie. So in a dream, I don't even know how I did it. She just called me. She goes, Chris, I need to talk to you. She just saw me and she goes, I've been expecting you. And she's married now because when I knew her, she was like younger, real young. Because my ex girlfriend, was like, I say about 5, 10 years. We were off and on, back and forth. You know how that works. And then
Oddly and don't. They've been
her
together for
cousin
50 years.
called me, and so it was kind of weird because, like, I don't know. I just remember going in, like, standing outside the house, and I could see it like white. And I hadn't even entered the door yet. And I said, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Because they're like, well, we're experiencing paranormal phenomena. I was like, okay. I said, don't tell me anything. So I started going in, I get this heaviness. And just remind you, this is a premonition. I hadn't even walked into the house and I could feel a demon in the house. And I was like, oh no, you just did not make your presence to me. I was like, no, you just did not go there. And I backed up and I told it telepathically. I said, you're not going to get the best of me. So I actually walked through the whole house and in the dream, there was a Ouija board. And I was like, I know there's
Oh,
something that someone was messing with that shouldn't have been playing with. So I did my thing. And it was me at first, and then I had other people, but I couldn't tell who they were. We actually cleansed the house. And when that was 2 days before that blackout. And now that we're back in power, don't y'all think that it's just kind of odd how I didn't have power. And I had that premonition, um, like I said, 2 days before, but I didn't put it on Facebook. I usually put something on Facebook, but for some odd reason, I said to myself when I woke up, I was like, I know I saw something. I forgot. I know it was a next um cousin from an ex girlfriend, but I couldn't remember who. And then I'm thinking something is trying to make me forget. And then sure enough, 2 days before, boop, no power.
no, see,
So
yeah,
I don't
no.
know. I think that's just kind of just very strange to me
With
because I've
recently,
had,
you have been having a lot recently.
Yeah.
So
yes, I have. Yes, I have.
we still
It's
don't
been
know who was
just,
at that restaurant.
I mean, you know what's funny? When I was talking to you, Beth, and I had Leanne on, I had talked to my friend of mine, and she said, "You know what? What those people were, the ones that were telling me hi, those could have been people that were dead. That I was doing readings on their relatives. So I'm gonna give you some validation again. As far as I know, that restaurant could have been an illusion, and it could have been a cemetery. Because remember when I
Yes.
told you cemetery when you said gypsy, and then I got validation twice from a friend of mine that called, and he says, "Yeah, there's this girl that he gets attacked with, and her name was Gypsy." So that's 2 times you got validation on
Uh,
2 different people, Beth.
well,
Two different people.
in just a little while, Chris, I have a
I don't
surprise
know.
for you. Um, just so you know,
Go
there's going to be a
ahead.
surprise towards the end of the show. Um, Eileen Jones, just say yes if you want to do this at the towards the end of the show. I'm sorry, something caught my eye. Pops, did you say you're naked? Hold on. I'm looking at these comments and I have
No.
I like how um hey John, how you doing? But yeah, we get a little weird. Yeah, Eileen said to tell you she's still gonna get her reading, but she got stuck as well. In that horrible, you
Yes.
know. So,
Yeah.
yeah, damn it, pops.
Yeah. I understand.
Now
Oh, and I was gonna say one thing.
But
I was
Todd
gonna
on
say
that
one more thing too. I was
Eileen
gonna say
said,
one
"Who's
more thing
naked?
too
I
because I
want to
know him
see."
too. Oh my God, I want to see what. No, but what I was gonna say is,
So you wanted to see.
I pay attention to my Facebook, and I just want to say, even I know he's okay. I just want to say we send you prayers to George, my friend. Of course, Beth knows who he is. Uh, if you're watching the show, I just want to say much love to you. Um, you're one of the people that has been there since day one. Um, I look up to you. You're like one of the top of the people that I know. Um, and I just send prayers to you and your wife, and I just send much love that everything that goes well with you. So I just want to send prayers to you.
Yeah, we love George.
Oh,
We've
by
all
the way,
been
Todd. Hi,
sending a
nice
lot
to
of prayers.
hi, Todd. Nice to meet you. By the way, I didn't get a chance to say.
Todd will
Oh, it's
tell you
all
So,
good.
who
but
he
other
is.
than that, I've
He's the
been.
driver.
That's right. I'm just the driver. chauffeur.
So, oh, and that's the thing that, and now that
I'm
we're
still
talking
messed up
about
about
this,
naked
we were
pops
talking
and
about
Eileen wanting to see it.
Yeah. Eileen, you're not right, but I love it.
who's naked?
Melvin.
Okay, so I'm gonna say one thing. Who's naked?
And yeah,
That would have been
that that
Pop.
would be that would be
Uh,
Melvin, my pop.
Melvin.
I don't know.
Oh yes, and for everyone that knows
Yeah.
Eileen Jones, you'd all be very proud of her. She hates driving, but she was driving for a good cause, and she drove all day long. So I'll let her tell
Yes,
you about
says I
that in
can
just a minute.
actually drive.
Yeah. So, because that's the joke with Todd. One of the things that we were going to touch on tonight, and Chris talked about it on Into the Fire with Barry. Chris had, and I, and just like Leanne and Chris, we have some of the strangest conversations. Um, it just stuff comes up, and one night Chris and I were talking about: are there any of you that have ever had experiences when you were a child or even an adult where you were looking at pictures or books, your books, whatever it may be, and you see action happening in these pictures?
Oh yes.
Thought-
Oh my
Food for
God, don't
thought.
even go there.
If there's anyone that
I
has
mean,
had
some
that
people.
experience,
This
we'd love to know. Because Chris and
is a
I are
good
still trying to
example of
figure
one my
out,
grandma and me.
is that the one
That's a
you
good
told me about?
picture of me. No, that's not one, but I've seen in this picture. This is my grandma. She's passed away, by the way. Um,
Oh, had a
the
birthday.
thing is, I've seen certain. That was on the 1st of February.
Yeah.
Um, to be honest with you, I've had even myself one time one of my old pictures. I have to send it to you all some other time, but it was on one of my old Facebooks. I had a scarf on from Chip Coffee, by the way, and I was like posing like this, right? And I had got messages. This was a long time ago, and they're like, "Chris, you took that picture of your face of you posting by yourself, and this was like an old Facebook I had." And I said, "Okay," and they're like, "You scare me," and I'm like, "Why?" Because your head in the picture, your eyes were moving, and I was like, "Nah, you're fucking with me. That's impossible. It's a picture. What do you mean I'm
Somebody did some
moving? The only
LSD.
time I'm moving is when I'm doing. I know, right? So then I said, okay, whatever. So one day I was just going through Facebook and I'm just doing, looking through my pictures and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, oh shit. I saw my eyes move. And I'm like, no way. And then I hit that person up. I said, you know what? Yes, I'm psychic and a medium, but you're not crazy. I've even had other pictures on other people's accounts and they're like their head moved or their eyes moved. And then, oh my God, me and Bev got in some crazy ass conversation. You know how you go to the cemetery, right? You go to the funeral home, the body's just in the casket. Okay. Of course, I know I was gifted, but I didn't think I would see that in front of me. One time, I had gone to pay respect for a loved one, and there's a bunch of people behind me. Nobody was with me, and I could see the chest going.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. Then one time, you know how the eyes and the eyes are, because they have stuff to where you can't move because they inject you with all this stuff, so your body can't move because whatever. So the body's like this, and then I see the eyes open, and then they're like, and I'm like,
Mm-mm.
are you talking to me? And then I see them turn their head like this, and I'm like, yes, I'm talking to you. And then I hear them talking and saying, take care of your mom, do this and this and that. I'm watching you from up above. And even though you see my body moving, I see everything you're doing. And I was like, wow.
Yeah,
I've had some, and this has happened to me, man. I think my first, for my first funeral experiences when I was younger. I don't like funeral homes. Yes, I know that's a part of life, but seeing a
Yeah.
dead body and it's not supposed to move. The eyes are not supposed to move. I mean, that's the scariest thing to see, like a chest moving, and you think you're going crazy, and you're like, damn, I know I'm gifted, but damn, how can you see
yeah.
it?
That's why I'm really not.
Like the body going like
Like
that.
yeah, you see the breathing. I've seen their eyes move. Um, it's weird. That's why it's like, oh, hey Denise, by the way, thank you for dropping. That's just scary. Like no matter how you slice it, you're no,
Mm,
no. And then you think you're hearing these people
yeah,
talk, and
that is,
then
Yeah.
I mean, but it all goes
yeah,
back to
that
to
that
my theory. People,
yes.
I can say from my experience, you can watch. I mean, you can see a person's soul leave their body when they die. I've seen it with my own two eyes.
Mm,
Yeah.
Um, that's why I
oh
tell
yeah.
people all the time. You know, once you see something like that, you are changed.
Very much
Uh,
so.
It changes your
it
life. Oh
Yeah,
yes.
and people are like, oh, I'm like, no, no. You have people all the time that are like, oh no, it's just death. You have to go through the motions. Have you? And I ask people all the time, well, while you're telling me that, have you ever been with a person as they took their last breath? It makes you different.
Oh
Hmm.
It
yes. Yes, it does. And it tells you that there's more
Sherry,
to
Sherry
life, that
said
when we cross, that the body just, yeah. And then I
she
learned
said,
something
holy
else
cow,
too. Listen to
thank
this.
goodness I'm not gifted like y'all. I'd poop my pants if a dead person moved in their casket.
Sherry.
You know what? I can tell you too.
Sherry,
I didn't even
you
know
don't have
this,
to be gifted,
but one
honey,
time,
for that to happen. I promise you.
yeah, you can, yes, and
You
you
will
can
be
actually,
for
one
that.
thing I didn't know, that they say that when we die, our ears grow, our hair
I've heard
grows,
that. Yes, our
and I'm
hair does grow.
thinking, and I'm thinking, and I'm thinking, how can that grow? You're dead. How can you have hair growing? How can you have your ears
Yeah,
growing that you're gonna look like Pinocchio? That doesn't make sense to me. I'm sorry to say that, but it's just the truth. How in the world can your
yeah.
ears and your nose and your hair grow? You're dead.
Amen.
But you
How,
know what? I was gonna
thanks,
ask you. I'm gonna
bud, how
yep.
you doing?
I'm
Thanks for joining
gonna
tonight. Hey,
ask.
Chastity.
Hi guys. You know, I'm gonna ask you, Beth, and I'm gonna ask you something. And this is for all of us that are watching this right now. I just thought of something. Maybe it's just a psychic impression I'm getting. What if we are seeing, which is impossible because remind you, the body's dead. What if there's something that we don't know, that there is some nerves that are still in the body that are still moving, that makes the eyes move and the lips move? What do you think of that? What do y'all think about that? About nerves that haven't died?
It's possible, but I've only know really mostly about hands.
Right.
But that is something we need to look into. Thanks, Chris, for giving more research to do. Um, I can't
It's
wait. I'm actually
just
gonna
a
call
thought.
someone tomorrow and be like, "Hi, I'm a paranormal investigator, and so and so's funeral home, and I'd like to ask you a couple of questions." They're probably gonna hang up.
Yeah. They're gonna think you're nuts. They're gonna be like, "You're a paranormal investigator. There's nothing weird
He'll
about
be
that." I
like,
mean,
Yeah,
it's just a,
no.
and you know me as
no
being
comment.
psychic. I always try to debunk everything. I always try to debunk everything, but sometimes that does not happen. Even the most
Yeah,
Well,
gifted
that
people, they
I
try to
do the
true.
debunk
same thing,
everything.
Chris. I try to debunk everything. And then when you can't at all,
And it
it's just like, okay.
you can't debunk it. So,
Mm,
I don't know.
Hmm. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm going
we
to be
got
doing research.
what's her name? Sharon says. Sharon says, "Do you guys and Chris have an opinion on Saddam's predictions?" Honestly, Saddam has been around for. I mean, he was around for many years. Um, I do believe that some of the predictions that he said did did come true. And as far as we know, there is probably other predictions that people are not aware of that he wrote down. So I do see that Saddam's predictions, some of them are validated, except there is one that I remember that they talked about 9/11. So he did predict a lot of stuff back in the 1600s. So yes, that
mm.
I do believe that. So I'm just so yeah.
I don't know how I feel about any of that. I'm not saying he's wrong. Um, but you have to look at things like the Mayan calendar and all that. And I don't know, like, if I mean, because think about it. Remember when the year 2000 rolled around and the last day of 1999, we were all looking crazy and we weren't just listening to Prince?
Yeah.
Just saying. We're like, oh my God, we're all going to die. Well, one thing we'll go ahead
I
and,
mean,
you know, I don't even know what to say on this note. Now that I have to go do research. If anyone knows any funeral directors, please send them to the show. Thank you.
Yeah, we do.
Hey, yeah, they'd probably be like, "Odd, Leanne, we're never speaking to you again. Don't you put us in shit."
Well, I got a couple I can hook you up
David, who are you flipping off? Are you trying? I need a funeral director. I didn't say you were one. You know what? Melvin brings up a very good point. He says, I think a lot of his predictions are based on other people trying to decipher it.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
It's all in the perception.
Yeah.
that's how
David, be
you
nice to your
perceive it.
sister.
Yeah. I mean, some.
And that can go for a lot of things too. I mean,
Yeah,
All right, look,
you never
guys,
know.
I'm gonna give.
You never.
I'm gonna be nice tonight. I'm not gonna try to hog Chris all to myself. I'm gonna let a couple of people come on. Um, Haley has already asked if she could come on and get a mini reading. But
Mm.
before we do that, Chris, kind of because of my special guest
Go
that I'm
ahead.
going to bring on before we get off air, you sense anything different about me and Leanne recently?
Honestly, I see that first of all with
I smoked too many
Leanne with
cigarettes, y'all
her,
know.
that reading that. Yeah, I know that you need to stop smoking, girl. You need to stop doing that. um, for Leanne, the thing I can tell you right now is that I feel that what I told you about that about when you gave me that validation. I just want to say number one, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Um, don't take it for granted. Don't take it for granted. And I do feel even though you're there as a volunteer or somewhat slow worker too, I don't know why, but I do feel that it's going to open your mind more that not everything is what it appears to be within the paranormal. So it's going to open other opportunities. Um, I do feel that you will probably interact with a lot more people because of that. So I do feel that it's going to open doors. And not only that, you might have even people that might even ask you, okay, you know what? you're a volunteer there, but can you go volunteer at another hospital? Depending on how far the distance is and what state. So you might get some offers of people asking you to work for something else, somewhere else, but think before you react. I feel
Right.
that with you at the Waverly Hills, you're meant to be there. Okay, it's
Yeah.
almost like it's just a feeling I can't describe it. It's just a feeling that I'm getting. And then with Mrs. Beth, that you give me some validation that I did not know, but everybody else was like, "Mm-hmm, I told you, I told you were going to be doing it." For Beth, I do feel with
Well,
those
damn.
cases you will be doing, you will be working with children, and most of them will be sensitive. You already know that. There will be some cases too that they will probably need your assistance to cast out some things, not demonic things, but some things that will, with the energy to where, and it's weird because I don't know. I mean, physically, I know you probably don't have it in writing, but in my mind, I see you as like a reverend or almost like a priest or a nun. So combined with that, with the gifts and the gifts that you get impressions are, don't be surprised if other opportunities come for you. And I do see your phone ringing, by the way. So if you don't have a business Beth number, you better get one because your phone's gonna be ringing off the hook. Okay, just giving you FYI.
Well, Beth.
Well, I do have, I'm not gonna lie, I do have inappropriate conversations with a priest, so that's kind of that kind of gets the nun thing. Um, well, let me go ahead before I let a couple people jump on and do reading. Todd, can you uh post the link so Eileen can jump on?
If you can send me the link, I will.
Oh, it's in Leanne's. Hold on. If I come off
Yeah,
here, I'll right.
sorry.
Oh, look, I can do it, and I haven't even. Hold on.
Oh, you froze up.
Hold on, guys. I
I'm
have to
coming
mute
back.
that. She froze.
I'm
See,
back.
that's what's
She
really.
froze.
Well, that's because I had to go off screen to do the message.
But see, that's what's really cool. When Beth freezes up, that's the best time to do screenshots, and you
I
get some
told
of
you,
the most
Chris.
amazing screenshots
I heard that.
of, of Beth. I'll have to share some of those with you, Chris.
I know
David, I'm
she was
looking
telling me
as
that
well. I miss
sometimes
talking to you, brother.
So
yeah, I caught some of them where she told me that y'all caught one where she's like, or like that.
oh just wait. I'll share them with you, Chris.
And before we walk away from the Notre Dame thing, Bud made a great point too, and I do agree with that. They are extremely hard to decipher, and I myself am nowhere near being any kind of scientist, so I'm never gonna figure it out. Hey Bob, thanks for joining us. Always good to see you. Eileen, if you get that, I'm waiting for you, honey. I'm gonna let Eileen tell you a little something, Chris, um, because it will validate you. Not that you need it. Yes, Eileen thinks death freezes are the best too. Her and
The
Todd, I
link,
swear, are related in another life.
the link is up there now, Beth.
I think.
All right. Eileen, jump on that real quick for me. There she is. I need you to turn on the camera. Where you at? It won't let me put you in there. There you go. Need it. Yes, Eileen. Hey, Eileen.
Hey, Eileen.
Hey,
Yeah,
I got some echoing.
I'm about to say stand up. She's too short.
All right,
Oh my
I think I
god.
got you.
Well,
Well,
I'm gonna
you
let you.
ready?
Yeah, yeah. You touched on a lot of things, Chris, that Eileen could not wait to tell you.
So, yesterday, I got a phone call from a friend of mine that her niece was missing for 4 days. So, obviously, I'm thinking outside the box. I call Beth. Okay, Who do you know who can help us? Well, I get to the mother, and the mother's like, no, I don't want to do that. So Beth and I said, okay, we're going to do this under the table. Do you know Beth helped me find the girl? She knew that where the trap house was, that
Oh my God.
she knew that the girl had dyed her hair. I mean, she knew. I mean, there was so much she knew, and she has never been in Jackson, Mississippi.
Beth don't know shit.
Oh
She don't know
I
wow.
shit about shit.
I don't know shit about shit. That's my
See,
story,
but
and
you,
I'm sticking to
yeah,
it.
and you know what? I'm gonna tell you, thank you for telling me that, Leon, because I'm gonna tell you one thing right now. I'm gonna tell you what I get when you tell me about what Beth said. You know what that she told you that, right? And Beth was seeing all this impression. To be honest with you, at one time, well, actually, sometimes I still get it, but it's not as much. I used to be like Beth. I was like, I'm Chris. I don't know shit. Um, you know, it was just a lucky fucking guess. No, that's not that's not right. I'm just, I'm just blurbing stuff out, okay? Now it's like I don't feel like it's to where like I get things and I just go with it, you
I,
know?
Well,
And I
she
think the
was
reason
so
why Beth is because she's down to earth, you know. I'm
she
a
was so
Hug.
she's very down to
accurate.
earth and that's why she doesn't like yeah, so
She
I
knew,
mean it doesn't I think she just doesn't give herself a lot of credit. So but she should.
yes.
she knew things I did not know. We were on a totally opposite side of Jackson, and they were kind of looking around these apartments. I go into a beauty salon because she had mentioned something about dyeing her hair. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go into these beauty salons and try to hit up some of these places, not like the places where you buy stuff, and try to go ahead and put the missing flyers there. Well, we end up on a totally opposite side of Jackson from there, and I'm turning a parking lot, and she goes, "I'm seeing a white house." Well, the aunt was sitting next to me in the car. She goes, "Oh my gosh, I know what she's talking about." I said, "What the hell are you talking about?" She goes,
And I'm
"We were
saying, what
trying
the
to."
hell are you talking about too?
Exactly. And so she goes, so the my friend was like, "Go down this road, take a right. Somewhere on this street is a White House we have been looking for, but it was dark, so we have no clue exactly where this house is." So Beth's telling me that there's an incline in the yard, that there's two pillars in the front of the house. So we passed this house, and I have her, we passed it before I showed it to her. And so we like, oh my gosh, this is the house. So we turned back around, and without her knowing which house, she said, yes, that is the house. Of course, being when we kind of went back, there was three females in the car. Being females, we're not going to quite go into a trap house by ourselves. So we let the guys go handle that. And come to find out, they knocked on the door, and it was a trap house. And obviously, where we
Wow.
are was not the best part of town. In fact, she was kind of mad because I was not packing, but so she saw some of the stuff, and then we kept trying to get back into another neighborhood. She kept saying, "No, get back to the trap house. Get back to the trap house." Well, when we found the girl, she was 2 blocks away from the trap house.
And she
So
had dyed her hair.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
her hair was
Wow.
blue.
And she died and she wow.
She had dyed her
By
hair
any chance,
several.
Beth, I'm gonna ask you a question.
I don't
Was
know
it like
shit.
strip? Was it like highlights too with a little bit? Was it blonde? Because I'm seeing blonde,
I did
like
not.
blonde
I
with
mean, I
highlights.
saw her. I honestly do not know the girl. Like I said, it's just I know the
I
whole
don't know who she
family,
is.
and all we could see was the stuff when we passed by the car. Because by the time they got her out of the house she was at, she was already in the car waiting for the ambulance to come up and just check her out, make sure she was okay. But
Yeah.
but yeah, they so all I know is she had dyed her hair blue. I don't know how she dyed it or anything like that.
Yeah, it was a
It was
different
Wow.
one of the
experience.
Well,
it was one of those, call Beth, you're not gonna believe this shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, just
and
so you know, Eileen, Beth calls me and she could not believe it. She was like, "Oh my God, Lynn. Oh my God."
yeah, it was I still don't know how I feel about it, but it was so funny because Eileen the whole time is going, Chris said so. I heard him. He told it. He said it. And I was
He
like,
said
yes, he
you were gonna
did.
come into more abilities. Just what,
Well,
a week or
I
two
was,
ago?
yep.
yeah,
I
Mm. I think she found her
oh, sorry. I
calling.
thought somebody was calling me.
Yeah, I do too.
Sorry. Yeah,
and then it
and
just
I
brought up even
and I
more
told
children.
you, Beth. I told you when I first. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, I told you when I had that first show with Barry, and you were on my Facebook. We never talked. I never told you. You never told me a thing, and it was like crazy, and just the fact that I told you that I can see things that haven't even happened yet. I don't know how it comes.
Yeah,
People are like, "How do you do it?" I say, "I don't know. It just
I
it's just
that.
boom, boom." And it's the same thing when I read, yeah, when same thing with Leanne. When she was like, "Man, I need to talk to somebody," and she was very hesitant. Leanne's like, she was telling me before she asked for a reading for me, she was like, "Man, damn, I need to talk to somebody." You know what? Chris is calling out to me. I don't know why. So, you know, she called me and then we talked and yeah, I gave her a good reading and it was even it was even on very show and then I gave you a reading off the air, right? Correct? I
Right.
gave you a reading off the air. I don't remember what I
Yeah.
said. I don't even and I just things like that, it just comes. I can't help it and it's weird because like I've helped a lot of people and I love what I do. And like I'm gonna tell you one thing, Beth, right now. Don't doubt yourself anymore. Don't say that you
Yeah,
don't know
I'm working
shit.
on that.
Because you know
Right.
what?
I'm working on that.
You do know shit. You do know shit. You do know
Well,
shit
according to
because
Terry,
it's kind of like
Teresa.
that
We need a t-shirt that says Beth. Okay.
Death knows
There,
shit.
logo on the back.
no,
That's no
I'm getting. You
shit.
know what, Beth? But you know what? You know what? I'm gonna tell you like this. If I get a shirt, I'm gonna rephrase it. I'm gonna say, Beth knows everything.
Right.
And it was a great feeling, and Eileen told me, she was just like, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
And it meant so much to me because, just to know that a child is safe, um, it meant a lot. And, Eileen has been very supportive. She's even given me homework, Chris. So yeah, that's where we're at with that. But I wanted her to be able to share that with you because that was, like I said, the first thing out of her mouth. Chris said so. I heard him. I heard him say it.
Well, I know y'all about to
Mhm.
bring some more people
Yeah.
on, so thank you, Chris, for making her, talking to her because she needs to open her eyes and see
Thank
she's got these abilities and use them.
Yes.
Okay, I'll get on
Yes,
to you
ma'am.
later.
exactly. I know.
I love you. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you for
Okay,
sharing
See
that
you,
bye.
story.
Eileen.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
bye.
All
Thank you for
right.
sharing that story. That's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah,
I love
she
that
was
when I get
and I'm so glad she
stories
got to
like that.
talk to
It's
you.
just
Yeah, it was great. I've got Miss Lisa on here. I'm gonna let you, if you don't mind,
Hey,
doing a little reading for her.
Oh, Lisa,
okay. Go ahead.
hello, Lisa.
hey, Lisa.
Lisa,
Lisa and
I,
her husband David are close personal friends of mine.
Hey,
Hey,
David.
David.
Hello.
And
and nice to meet
Li-
you.
Lisa would love a reading from you, Chris. I greatly
So,
appreciate it.
No, no, it's okay. I don't mind because I didn't know what I was gonna do, to be honest with you. And I told Beth too. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I just thought it was just be talking and talking. But to me, it don't matter. It's just whenever the calling, you get that calling, you just do what you got to do. So, but yeah. So, hi, nice to meet you, Lisa. So, do you have any questions before I start? Any questions that you want me to focus on, or you just
Um,
want me just to see what comes out for you?
I really don't know. We are new to this. So we have a lot of changes happening in our lives, a lot of big changes.
Okay. Well, first of all, I see the Queen of Pentacles. I got the Nurture card. I actually feel that for some reason, of course, I've never talked to you before. I feel like you're taking care of your husband, and I kind of get like the medical field for some reason. I'm picking up medical, and then I'm seeing like the cross with the design on that. Okay, um, I kind of get that, and then for some reason, the Queen of Swords came out. The strategist, can't even talk. The strategist can't even talk today. That you have this strategy that what you say, you do it. You tell him, you know what, this needs to get done. He's like, okay, you know what, I'm not gonna argue with you. So you just
Oh
tell it like
God,
it is. You have the
that's
strategy that you just don't give up.
right.
And then I tell you too. Hold on. You can tell me the validation. Hold on, because if you tell me all this stuff, then I'm gonna
Go
because
ahead.
I'm channeling right now. Sorry. You can tell me after I'm done. Um, the thing is, I get the word inspiration, and I'm seeing a cup. Okay. The first thing I get is renewing vows, is what I'm getting, and a celebration of something, a new change and beginning. Okay, so there's a lot of new changes that I'm getting from you. And then I see like there's something about the star, like you're going to be something that you're going to be because you want to achieve stuff,
Right.
is what I'm feeling. Okay. And then there is something, hold on. It's weird. My neck's starting to, I start to do that when I channel and picking up something. Hold on. Okay, that was weird. I actually
I
got
think I'm gonna
like
need a margarita after this.
a family owned bit, like a family owned business, and I'm seeing like a building. It looks brown. Don't know what that is, but I'm picking up something with brown. Okay.
Mhm.
I actually want to say self employed. That's what I
Mhm.
get. And then you've been doing a lot of recognition. Really, can't even talk. My God, my word. See, I'm getting tongue tied. The spirits are messing with me. Okay, I'll just show you the card and see if y'all can see that word. I don't know if you can see that word. It's
Right.
called RECUPERATION. I can't pronounce, my words are not coming out right for
Is
some
that
reason.
reputation?
Repetition.
There's a lot of. Okay, say it
Look,
again.
I'm old.
Is it repetition?
Okay,
Repetition?
sorry. No, it's RECUPERATION.
Oh, recuperation?
I want to say
Recuperation.
reconciliation. Yeah, I want to say or something like that. But so I'm seeing like a lot of challenges, and then for some reason, I get the
I
word
wouldn't have won a
author. Is your
spelling bee.
husband thinking about writing a book about something?
Mm, kind
I
of.
don't know why, but I'm getting like a book written because I'm getting that kind of feeling like there's something about a book being
Like a web.
written. And seeing there's a medical field. Yeah, like I'm seeing like a whole bunch of energy.
Mhm.
And before you went through a lot of stuff, and you're still going through bumpy roads, but I'm seeing like a major change, like a good change coming from you. And then I see like you're gifted to empathic. I see
Yeah,
a lot of
she is.
premonitions that you're getting, and then you're just getting all this information. It's like it's just blowing your mind. Like first you try to dismiss it, but then it just comes and it just goes real quick. real quick. It's just I can't even explain it. And there's possibly, like I said, I did see a business abyss. Oh my God, did okay, that was weird. My voice just changed. Okay, that was weird. Is there something about British or English in your family?
I'm not sure about that one.
I don't know if she because I'm seeing because I had like this weird accent. I want to say like England, London. I'm probably thinking of the something of the past. So there's a lot of energy flowing. And then I'm being told that you were you've been like since you're new to this, it's kind of like skeptic about it. You've thought about it, but then you've kind of hesitated. And then I've heard like I get the word medicine woman. So you do have a lot of people that are gifted in your family. Okay, I got a grandmother coming through.
Don't be a Beth. Don't be a Beth.
Grandmother coming through. I want to say like, and this always have to be right. Hold on. It's like she's kind of distant because she doesn't know me. I'm seeing an L. Don't know. That's why I'm getting an L.
I was thinking that today, but was your nickname for me?
Okay. There was that. Okay, I got the letter L. And then for some reason I got the name Mary or Rosemary or Mary Ann. Don't know what that is. It could be probably past or some energy that I'm picking up. Now, right now, is there anything that you want to ask? Because I'm like really, really tuned in. Did any of the reading make any sense?
Pretty much every
Anything at all? Because I'm having my eyes closed, so that's the only thing I'm. Go ahead.
um so today, well, let's start with my husband is in healthcare and we're moving because of that. Um
Okay. Oh,
my son,
okay.
I've been sorry.
It's
Don't
okay.
cry,
It's
Leanne. I
okay.
see you.
I know,
It's
girl.
okay. It's
You
okay.
know me.
I
It's,
just
o-
got up
it's okay.
for my
It's
son
okay because this is it's okay. It's
and I was praying and
okay.
it came
Just
that the gift I was giving him at this moment was recuperation.
Recuperation.
I just 30 minutes ago was really praying.
wow.
Um,
Oh, wow.
Wow. Oh my God,
um,
I just got chills. I just got chills. Oh my God, I just got
and
chills.
the other thing is, one of my sons is one son just told me that his brother wants to start a business in Florida when we move, and that's why he's going with us. The other son, not the one that's recuperating. And I promised you 2 hours ago, for
Okay.
some strange reason, I thought of my granny who died many years ago. And I was laughing because I was thinking about when my cousin posted on Facebook the nickname my grandmother called me, and it was horrible, but she did it to spite my mother, and it was Lether. So it started.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Um,
Oh my God, there's that L. There's that L. Wow. Oh my God. And you know what? I was gonna ask you, Lisa, are you like, have you ever like seen me on the other show with Barry, or is this the first time you talked to me? Because for some reason you look
I've been
familiar.
that's
You know what? Everybody I talked to within the past few weeks, it's just familiar. I don't know why. Now, by any chance, do you have a relative? Oh my God, that would just be awkward because that was a dream of my ex. Do you have any nieces or anybody by the name of Valerie or with a V on it?
no, that's I'm not familiar with that one.
No. Okay, well, it might come to you later because it always happens to me. Some people are like, "Oh, it doesn't ring a bell," but then they're like, "Oh shit, that's what he was talking about." Because sometimes that happens. It even
But
happened with Beth.
I,
She's like, she called me later. She's like, "That's what you,"
Yeah,
but it'll
yeah.
come later. It just comes later, so it's okay.
so we're dealing with a
But
girl named Olivia, and she
but
goes
I
by
Say that again.
Olivia.
okay. Say it again.
Liv. She goes by Liv, but her name is Olivia. That's the most common thing we're dealing with. Pretty much everything you said. I can't remember
Okay,
exactly.
why do I? Well, you can look back at the show in case if something rings a bell later on. You can always look back. That's the thing about good. When you pre-record it on live, you get the chance to look back at things. Because I do that. And one thing I do, and I don't even catch myself doing this, but sometimes I do it. I like to go back and look on what I said
Mhm.
for improvement.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with improvement, even with the most gifted people. There's always time for improvement. What you need to adjust on, what you can work on, maybe the way you speak, the way the words come out, it's just, yeah, it's
Mhm.
just like that. And then it was weird because as I was like, it's weird, I don't even know why, but I got the word adoption.
Mhm.
I don't know why, I was just getting the word adoption or agency. I'm not saying that this could be maybe something in
No,
within time frame
my,
that could be
grand-
later on, somebody in the family.
my
Oh Lord,
grandson, his
now I'm gonna cry.
mother is Olivia, and I've been wondering if I was going to have to adopt him
Oh
because
wow.
Quit. I quit now.
Okay, there's the adoption there.
and that's the son who has to recuperate. It's his turn.
You know what I was gonna
Wow.
tell you? I was gonna tell you when, now that you mentioned adoption, if you're gonna have to adopt that person, I'm being told yes for safety precautions. Don't know why, but I get a little bit of CPS or protective services. I don't know any, like I said, I don't know. I'm like Beth, I don't know nothing. But that's a damn lie. Oh my God. But
She's 8 months
but the
pregnant.
thing is, I do feel that okay, well then, yeah, you're gonna have to adopt. And then for some reason, I'm seeing an image right here by my bed. I don't know why. There's somebody with blonde hair and it's long, long,
I
and
don't know that.
then I'm seeing a man with long hair, and that's weird because I'm seeing somebody with long hair, and then I'm seeing a guy with long hair, which is weird because I haven't seen guys with long hair in forever. But he's
My
long and
son,
a mustache and a goatee like this.
my son has long dreadlocks, so
Yeah,
Okay,
you
Well,
don't know shit,
okay,
Chris.
that's weird.
when they move to Florida, David's going to grow his hair out
I,
again
I,
and color it blonde.
He's gonna be a surfer.
I wow. Well, but I do see that you will. And then you said you will be moving, but okay, that was weird. Okay, so we're in February. Okay, that was weird. I actually heard something else, but I was for some reason I was feeling
that's when we're moving.
May the
May, the
first.
move.
May 1st.
Okay, that would be crazy. So yeah, but I do see that move, and I do see you starting over
Mhm.
and everything going smooth because where you're at right now, I actually want to say that. Oh my God, my hands are sweating. There's something. It's not around you, but there's a lot of ley lines. There's a lot of EVP. There's a lot of high. Oh my God, why do I keep? Y'all need to stop. It's kind of. I'm getting like the word EVP, but that's not what I was gonna say. There was something else I was gonna say. It was
EMF.
like they're just talking and talking away. And then I was saying that I was gonna say that how like when there's a lot of I can't think of what the paranormal investigators say. They say it's like when EMF goes off. Because like in that area, I'm sensing like headaches, tension, feeling kind of like almost like feels like somebody's watching me. It's like I turn around and there's like nothing there,
Yeah.
and kind of feeling like I'm hallucinating, but it's
Mm,
not.
right.
It's within across the street. Across the street is what I get.
You
Across
got
the
power
street
lines
is what
across
I
the
get.
street?
There's something about across the street.
Well, my neighbors
No,
are always
it's an
watching,
EMF. There's
and
He's got a peeping Tom.
when I
actually
go walk,
what I got. Very
they like to
ah,
laugh. Tell people. I think I've
okay. Go
told
ahead.
Ty
You can tell.
something with me, and my neighbors are watching, but I feel like a spirit is with me when I go walking, and they're watching me and making fun of me all the time, and they call me Snow White.
Oh, wow.
Chris, that's a
I
question
have
I
Yeah.
have.
Okay, that
neighbors
makes
that
sense.
I walk to get into spirit.
That's a question I have for you, Chris. Do you see a spirit guide
Okay.
or a guardian looking over Lisa?
Yeah, I was wondering that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do. And it's weird because I don't even know why if it's whoever else I'm supposed to read, but I'm seeing train tracks. Don't know why I'm seeing train tracks. That is so weird.
Well, when I
Why the
walk,
hell am I seeing train tracks?
we hear the train. It carries over the lake where we are. So when you walk at night, or you hear train, all you hear is
Okay.
or peace, nothing else.
Well, that'll do it.
It's quiet, right? When you walk around when you walk around the train tracks, it's quiet, right? Like just real
On
quiet, right?
train tracks, it's just I walk around my neighborhood, but you hear the train carries through the neighborhood. You hear the train sounds. So, yep.
There's something about the train tracks. There's something on the other side because I'm seeing like a lot of bushes. And then for Todd, that question that you said if she has a guide around her, yes, she does. I'm being told that she's protected by more than what you know. She's got a strong force around her because there's times where, like, even though she's in desperation, that was weird. I just said that. That was weird. She's in desperation. She's thought of just giving up. She's had thoughts of giving up and say, you know, I'm done. I'm fucking tired of this shit. But it's not her. There's imprint of something trying to put negative thoughts in her head to make her doubt who she is and what she's capable of. I'm gonna tell you right now, Lisa, you have a very you have a very strong force around you. And the thing is, I do get relatives,
Yeah.
but like right now, I'm getting like Saint Michael strong around you. Okay, he's around you, and he's cutting those swords. He's cutting the cords for anything negative. He's cutting them. And then as far as the healing part, I get Raphael coming in and healing any issues that you have or unsure that you're not sure of. He's giving you that comfort of love. So it's just flowing like that.
Oh,
And
that
then it's
makes
weird because when you said you were thinking of your grandmother from Marlo, and then when I look at it, even though I'm not looking right at you, but I see blue around the body, blue, again the blue aura with the blue with a little bit of a lime color. So there's a lot of healing around you. You have a shield. And then I feel like when I told you the letter L, I do feel like that grandma from years ago, she's protecting you. As a matter of fact, she is your guide. And you do come and you do feel like you're not from this plane. You're like from somewhere else.
right.
And I'm being told that you've had a lot of visions and you need to start writing them down because they will start making sense to you.
That sound familiar.
Mhm. You know, I thought things because I say, "Am I crazy, Todd?"
And I've told you you're not
You're
crazy. You
not.
just need to start writing
You're
stuff
not.
down.
And my grandmother, during my
Yeah, you
lowest,
need to.
she came to me in a dream, and it was like it was the first time I knew I had been visited, and she did something amazing. Actually, she brought it, and she did something really amazing. And the past couple of days, I started thinking, for some reason, during trying to figure just for whatever reason, it came to me that she was with me, but so were others. And you just said it. So I had not been
Wow.
thinking that or feeling that. I hadn't thought of, came to me. But we're
Do you
moving,
see
and so we're
family from the
picking out a
mountains?
Okay,
that has
they're gonna go. They're gonna go with you. They're
we've
going with you.
been going through a lot of stuff that
So like
belonged to
that.
people who passed away. So I'm touching stuff like all day long right now that belong to past people who have passed away.
Are any of your relatives from
Okay,
mountain
who?
areas,
From where?
like from the mountains?
No, but people say we live in the mountain because we live out in Estill Springs. We live near the mountain.
I
They
don't even
live
know where
right
that
there. They're right there on the river. On the river.
on the river
um,
with the otters.
I don't know if they got otters. She'd find them.
I love
Can I come home?
always feeding the animals. It doesn't matter what kind of animal it is. And
Yep, me
That's
always
too.
why they call you Snow White.
and I'm always out in the woods out here, in the mountains. I'm always hiking in the mountains out here. So I've been thinking how much I was going to miss that,
okay, I was
and
gonna ask. I was gonna ask you, Lisa. Does who is Brian or but with the letter B? I keep seeing a B.
ooh, we're thinking about two cities to move to. One is Brandon, and one is Bradenton. It's like
Okay, that's weird. Oh my God. Wow, that is weird. Because I kept seeing like O'Brien, but maybe it's Brandon or like you said, but it's weird because I was like, why do I keep seeing a B? So I'm thinking that could probably be where you're gonna be moving, but there's gonna be something with that name. But just remember that whenever you need to talk to me, um, Beth and Yan can tell you how to get a hold of me. So if
mhm,
you
Yep.
ever need to talk or your husband need to talk, just let me know, okay?
okay,
And I'm here for you. And I send prayers to you. And I hope the best that when you move that everything gets better because I do feel like there's a lot of energy that feels kind of like heavy and it doesn't feel home to me. That's the best way I can put it right now. It does not feel home to me. I think when you move, you're gonna feel a big difference. You're gonna feel a big different shift.
well, that's what we've
So
been
everything's gonna get
home here anymore, even though all of our family's here. I've been thinking this isn't home. That's been in my heart for the past few days too. This isn't home, Didn't feel like home. It never has. We always felt like we had to
mm,
leave, find our home.
Just make sure that house in Florida has a room for us there.
Yes.
Tell Mr. Woods
you know
that.
what I kind of feel too, Lisa? You wanna know?
I know he's trying to get rid of me, but he
Now
still
that
has
you
to have a room
said
for me.
that, I'm gonna tell you what I think it is. When you said you don't feel home there, I'm gonna tell you right now, people do not want you there. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting a little bit of family and a little bit of neighbors. Like they say, it's like, get out. That's why you don't feel there. That's why you don't feel home. And then since all this stuff is you've been going through this, your family hasn't been there. They've been only there. You're always there for them, but when it comes to you, you're
Yeah.
just with the end of the stick. Like You
Yeah.
know, it's like they don't worry about you, and that's not right. And you know what? I think the only ones that are really family is like people that you talk to, like Leanne and Todd and Beth. That's your family. They're the ones that keep you going. So I just want you
I
to
guess
know
you're
that don't
adopting
ever
me
feel
too.
that you're not loved. You might not, yeah. So just don't ever feel like that you're not loved because you do have friends. And I'm gonna tell you, I felt like that at one time, and I know it's hard because sometimes you got to turn to your friends to fill in that void. Because right now I feel like there's like a black hole, and it feels like when you move, you're gonna fill in that black hole. That's just weird. I said that, but that's what I get.
That's been kind of
Okay.
something I thought too. Well, I feel like
Okay.
you get a lot of things. Maybe more of a believer out of me. We've been giving Beth a hard
Yeah.
time. This is David. We've been skeptical, but we kind of know that there's a truth to it, but we pick at it a lot, and we do that to Beth a lot. So I I felt like it was more of a
Oh,
believer.
Yeah. Oh, you don't pick at me at all, do you?
I imagine Todd can't figure out if I'm joking or
yeah.
being serious when I'm.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you know what? I'm gonna tell you right now, and that's what for everyone that's watching, including you. And this is a whole nother subject. When people say that God cannot give these gifts because God is the one, well, she is the one that created this world, right? But you got to look at it this way. We're his children. We're all his children. He has different people that are carpenters. He has gives them that gift. And if they can see it, people are going to believe it. But anything that's supernatural or paranormal is what I label myself as. My gifts are paranormal. I can label myself as supernatural gifts, like Superman. And that's why there's many skeptics because if it's not something they can see and that you can write or you can use a painter or whatever, they're going to dismiss it.
Mhm.
But just know that these gifts do exist. And one thing is that, when I use my gifts, I don't take them for granted. I use them for the right purpose. I use them to help people, you know, um, and just know that there's a lot of good psychics out there. There's a lot of good mediums, but there's a few bad apples out there too. But you just got to know who to call out to sometimes, and sometimes it comes
Actually,
with your own gut feeling. It varies, so it's hard, and I understand that.
I was really strong into Christianity, and I would know things as they were happening with people I didn't even know. There was a lot of things that happened make me scared of the this field because I started denying. So I kind of got bitter and said, "Why am I seeing these things if I can't do anything about it? Why am I getting this information if I can't use it?" So I have fought it for several years, at least 15 years, and then finally, um, Todd and Leanne came and told us some of their stories, and they were fun. But um, I was still, I was kind of mad at God. I was like, "Why are you letting me know these things? If I can't do anything, I don't want to do this." And Todd and Leanne took us to an event, and I was getting a lot of information. I felt, and I wasn't telling them, and they would come in with the box, and that they would ask it questions, and I would sort of come up with my little fun game about it. And like Leanne and her son were in this little bathroom, and she didn't know I was like standing at the doorway, and I was just like watching. And she and Zach were like asking all these questions, and they were really, just watching each other. And she said something was talking to her, and then she said, how many people are in this room? So I was like, okay, spirit, how are you going to answer this one? Because my foot's in the door, half my body's in the door, and half my body's not. Huh, let's see if you're for real. And her box said 2-ish. And there was
Oh, wow.
yeah, a lot of crazy things that happened that night. And I didn't even tell Todd and Leanne all of them. And at one point, I felt like something was telling me. I was in this room by myself, and it was like, look out the window, look out the window. And I was like in this kind of going into a trance. And I was like, this is ridiculous. And they all came walking in the room, and then they said, is there anything you want to tell us? And the box said, look out the window.
Yeah.
Anyway, and my husband and I, we had a very,
Oh, wow.
and then another, it was Hell's Bar. Is that,
Wow, that's
we went down to the lower level, and I was kind of avoiding everybody, and they all walked down to the water. What was that called? That pool or something?
The whirlpool.
And I just didn't want to participate. So when everybody came back, my husband said, hey, Lisa, they want to go down here. And I just did it because David wanted to. And we were walking, and something was walking with us. And so it was just like the footsteps behind us. And so we thought somebody was walking with us. It was like our footsteps, but it sounded like one person behind us. And all of a sudden, we looked behind us. There was nobody there. And then, as we got to the water, I started feeling like bad things. I was like, it was bad. And I didn't want to tell my husband. And then all of a sudden, the roof started like banging, like it was going to fly off the building. And it was just insane. So David was like, let's get out of here. And Todd and Leanne heard a scream because something happened. And my husband was like trying to kick something off of one of them was on his leg. And so it made a believer of us, but yet it scared us enough. And then when we got back up to everybody else, they had heard a scream, but they were in the same area, just a little ways up. I thought it was a storm outside, so I asked my husband, I was
wow.
like, storm, this is going to get bad. The thing is the roof is flopping, and it was just, you could hear
Yeah.
it. And he said, no, look, this you can see
Wow.
See the moon coming through the window.
Mm-hmm.
and nobody else had seen that or experienced it but us. And
Oh my God.
We were standing about 30 yards away from them.
mm-hmm.
We heard the scream, and I thought David was being funny and tried to push her in the
That is
whirlpool.
insane.
They come up and ask us, did you hear the wind blow and all that noise? It's like, no, it's been calm up here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the moon is shining through the window. I mean, it's just clear night. Nothing's going on. So they had a real experience that night.
Yeah.
And before
Wow.
started
That's good.
talking about somebody got scratched or something down there, and I thought it was ridiculous. I was just like, this is the biggest crock of and I really, had that not happened to us, I would have left there thinking that person lied about what they had experienced just to get the emotions going. And then
Wow.
and then a lot more things happened that I never really told anybody. I sort of started telling my husband about it, but that sort of really made a believer of us. But then after all that happened,
And that's when everything changes for you.
well, my husband would be in the house and he would be talking to me, and I would hear him, and I would get mad because I would think, how does he know? I mean, does he expect me to get out of bed and come to that end of the house and talk to him? Because we're in this great big house. And I would get frustrated, but he was actually seeing
Doppelganger.
me, but it wasn't me. And he was seeing, and everybody who came to our house, my son, after he found this out,
That's weird.
my son told me that he actually moved out because he was seeing this old lady in our house, And he was scared to tell me. And he said, you know how I would never come out of my room and come down the steps? He would always call me and say, can you come out with me? I need to get a drink. And it would be frustrating, but he had been seeing this woman. And then my sister came to stay. She didn't know that. And she'd been seeing some woman was knocking her down. And then this other friend came and a woman she was seeing the woman too. I never saw it. But
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah, that's been going on for a while.
that's insane. And you know what, Lisa?
Well, they kind
And I
of
just
got
want to
things
say,
through.
Lisa, and I'm gonna tell you right now, yeah, and that's good, because you know what, Lisa, I'm gonna tell you right now, with you sharing that experience, um, just know that these gifts do come inherited because it runs in my family. So you might want to do some research because I'm being told do some research and see how far it goes down the line because I'm being told that just because your son and whoever doesn't tell you that they're afraid to tell you that spirits are because he was probably seen them for a long long time and then maybe he
Yeah.
probably saw spirits when he was younger and he was too
we,
afraid to come forward and some of us you know if we don't have other people that are gifted like us we keep ourselves isolated and we
mhm.
don't talk about it until somebody else has that either same experience or something similar to it. So what I want to tell you is check your background. You'll be surprised what you find out.
Well,
Mhm.
You'll be surprised what you find out.
my great grandfather was a
And
full
get
blood.
back to me on that because I would love to know what you find out.
My great grandfather was a full blooded
So
Cherokee, and the my great grandmother was a full blooded Sioux on the opposite
I think
sides.
she froze, guys.
The Sioux makes a
Yeah, she
that
froze
makes
for
a
a
lot of
second,
sense.
Beth.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you see her now? The one thing about the Sioux and Lakota people, a lot of people don't know the Cherokee didn't have medicine men.
Mm.
They were one of the only tribes that didn't. But Sioux, Lakota, all they did have medicine men and women. So that makes perfect sense. And if you have any connection, oh, I lost Chris. He'll come back. If you have any connection with that, that explains a lot.
Well, when he said about the healing or medicine, I I have spent most of my life avoiding medicine, or I've gone more towards the natural healing.
Yeah. Holistic.
I'm
Yeah.
like that's my I'm just committed to it because it's just a feeling I can't fight. So I use oils and um, herbs. I've been doing that for like long before I even understood that it was a connection with other
She's a
spirits.
Yeah.
kitchen witch.
Yeah,
And then
I
you're
asked Todd, is it possible I'm a witch?
there's that too.
So
I think I got Chris back.
he's been kind of guiding me to try to help me figure out what.
Hey, Uncle Squatch Man.
That
Got Squatch Man up
that's
on here. Sorry, Chris. I was like, oh God, we lost him.
it
That
happened.
that
It
yeah. Well, did you hear what
yeah,
she
it kicked
said?
me.
Oh,
Oh,
kicked it
kicked
off
him out
again.
again. Yep.
This is what happens when he strikes a nerve with one of your spirit guides. They kick him out.
Yeah, we have this happen a lot, even during video phone calls.
Yeah.
The spirit, the forest people can heal. Yes, they can,
Yes.
Mr. Yost.
Yes, Greg.
Okay, we'll see how long we get to keep him.
So tell him that again,
Go
Lisa,
ahead.
real quick.
You know what?
Go ahead, Lisa.
Is he there?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep. Chris, can you
We're
hear us?
here.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
on.
Okay.
So
Yes, I can hear you.
I have always been I've pretty much been addicted for even before it was cool. Like 20 years ago, I started studying herbs, and I quit going to the doctors and such, and I started going more toward that type of healing. And so much so that people started coming to me and asking me to guide them. And I use oils and I just try every way I can, which is really strange because my husband is in medicine. So when you had said about writing, it wasn't a book I'm
Oh
considering.
wow.
I've been really in my heart the past week. I've had this website that I've avoided um, for a few years, and my when I moved, it just came to me that I needed to focus on taking my natural healing adventure to my website somehow, and so that was really the only thing, like, because it's just what comes natural to me, and like I'm the kind of person that don't really intend to take chemo if I ever got cancer. I'm really committed for whatever reason. It's almost like it's a voodoo to have to rely on medications.
Well, I think
Well, that's
that's a
good. I
sign
mean,
you need
that's
to
good
go
that
with
you
that.
shared that with. Yeah, and the signs are there. You just got to pay attention to them. I mean, I've always paid attention to, things, when I was younger, and now even more. It's just weird. I mean, knowing that these gifts, there's a lot of people that don't believe, and then the ones, and it's sad sometimes. You know what's sad sometimes? That when people don't believe, sometimes it takes something terrible or paranormal to worsen.
Oh,
Lost him again. Yep. It's gonna start happening
okay.
once he gets to talking about certain things, we get cut off all the time. It never fails. Never.
I was
Oh,
wondering about today or the past
he's
few.
back. We're gonna come on, come on.
Appreciate what's given.
Oh,
And he was just talking away, didn't even know he wasn't on there.
Yeah. Hey, whoever's on Midnight Wolfpack right now, is Josh doing a show tonight?
He came on and said hi just a minute ago.
Everybody's going in and out now.
There we are.
Okay, we're gonna see how long we can hold on to Chris.
Where's everybody? What happened?
Chris? Nope. Yep, it's gonna start doing that. We might be able to get him back in here.
Are y'all there?
Yeah, Becky, I agree. It keeps him from talking.
yeah.
About things you're going to discover. I don't know if you
Yeah.
can see the chat or not, Lisa, but what Becky is saying is the spirit will not let him talk about things that you're going to discover. It happens all the time.
I'm here.
Well,
It just goes in and out.
I had this friend who died a year ago, and he was my best friend, and he begged me not to lean on
I
Todd
can
for
see
guidance in
you.
the spiritual world.
Can
And
y'all
here,
see me?
That makes sense.
so that's probably what it is.
Yep.
Yep, he's like, yeah, no.
I was thinking today, I was like, why does he not want me to lean on them? But it kind of has been a big joke in my mind when I think he's near. Why don't you want me to lean on them? What is it?
Yeah, a lot of
We're going to point
times
you in the right direction.
when he starts talking about certain things that we have to find on our own in our own time, it won't. I mean, me and Leanne have been on with the phone with him, same thing.
Oh yeah, and we lose him.
And that's on the phone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah, that's just regular talking. And it's happened to him on quite a few shows. I've seen it happen too. All right, we're going to try to get him back in here.
so you can get back to him, maybe.
Well, I hope you got some validation and clarification tonight. I think you discovered a lot.
He pretty much summarized everything that's
Yeah.
fun. So
Well, you know how to get in touch with me, Lisa, if you got any questions.
Yeah.
And if I can't answer,
Thank you.
these three can.
well, I appreciate it. It definitely made a difference.
Okay.
Good. Good.
You're
Good.
welcome.
All right. Thank you.
Have a
See
good
you,
one, Lisa.
Lisa.
You're welcome. Wow,
You got to figure out how
that is
to exit though,
amazing.
Lisa. There
I
you go.
got it. Chris, no, somebody don't want you talking tonight. Now, ladies and gentlemen that have
Oh,
hung in there with us, I appreciate you because the one thing that I love about this is the beauty of Chris Garcia. And I think everyone should get to see him. He truly wants to help people and he does help people every day. And, I'm very proud to call him my friend.
That's
And I want everyone to understand a lot of what he does. He doesn't, he has to make a living. But when he comes on these shows, he does what he does out of the kindness of his heart. And in my opinion, that's what separates those people out there. There's a difference in your calling and what you do with it. He truly wants to help people. And he teaches us something new
yeah,
every time we talk to him. Uh, he pushes me to be
yeah,
my better self. And I'm truly thankful for that.
absolutely.
yeah. And I was gonna say too, for for Beth, I don't think you know, but in case I didn't tell you, Leanne bought these mugs. Okay, she's getting three of them. Okay, you're getting one. The other person, I don't know who she's getting the other mug. And for Leanne, you got a surprise. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. You're gonna be
Okay,
surprised. I can't tell you. Just
awesome.
expect the mail. Could be Thursday and Friday. There's something else I did, but I'm not gonna tell you what it is. That's my secret, so I can't tell you.
All
Oh
right.
boy.
Okay. I look forward to it, Chris.
It looks like Animal is going on. I just got a
Okay,
notification.
well, buddy, I don't think he's going on Midnight Wolfpack.
I think it just come across Midnight Wolfpack.
Did it? Okay. Well, that's early. It's not 9 o'clock yet. Um,
No.
Chris, I don't want to tie you up too long. I know you've probably got some business to attend to. If you want to stay on, we can. It's up to you.
No, but we can. I mean, we can stay on as long as we don't get cut off on this thing because unless you'll have something to do. I mean, because if not, then it's okay. I mean, we can cut it off. I just don't want to cut off like the show. If you have another show after this, that's the only thing that if you have another show to
I
do, it's
think,
fine. I understand.
Todd, can you find
But if
out that since you got your phone?
Will do.
Thank you.
yeah, and then if we
We
can
just
stay on for another maybe 5 more minutes because yeah, because we had fun and every time if you ever want me to come back, just let me know. You know how to get a
oh
hold of
yeah.
me. And then
We love
oh, and by
spending
the way,
time with
for
you.
the
Me
people
and
that
Leanne.
don't, I'm gonna put the information in the chat, but don't call me right now, guys. Hold on. Let's see if I can put my cell phone. Please do not call me right now. Just if for the ones that don't find me on Facebook, you can find me at Chris Psychic Garcia. Chris Psychic Garcia, or if not, you can contact me at the cell phone that's on the screen. If you could see it, you can text me. Just let me know who you are and how you got my number. Because sometimes, being on all these shows, they'll be like, Chris, I saw you. And I'm like, which show did you see me on? Some people don't call me until like months later because they were too shy and yeah, it's just sometimes it's kind of hard. So, and I know that somebody else wanted a reading. They said Haley, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
Haley.
That's not up to me. I
I
know
mean,
that
I
Haley
told
wanted a
Haley she
reading,
could.
but
If
that's
we're
not up
gonna
to
roll with
me.
it, I think we are. I don't think we're gonna get cut off. Haley is yeah. Haley's very near and dear to the heart. Uh Ida, we're gonna do one more with Haley because I'm not gonna tie him up tonight. Um
I'll just bring her in the
I'll
room.
bring her in.
We'll step
yeah,
out of the way and let her sit down.
I think that
I
we
mean,
hold
because
on.
I don't know how much time we have. So if If you can't do it, it's okay, Beth. It's okay
I
because I
think
know
we
you probably
can.
have
I
another
think we
show
can.
and stuff.
Nope. It's all about you, Chris.
So
Sorry.
we can do this. We can do this.
You're my hero.
I mean, it
There
doesn't
you
bother me.
Okay. Chris, this is Haley.
Hi.
Squatch, Uncle Squatch Man, you
Nice
be
to
careful
meet you,
out there in the
girl.
forest. Thank you for joining us. Um, Squatch Man is the shit. I love him. I call him Uncle Squatch Man. He taught me everything I know and don't
Hmm.
know about Sasquatch. He's the best. Um, I
Hmm.
appreciate all of you joining in. We're gonna just go ahead and let him read Haley, and because like I said, I don't like to take up much of his time. Plus, I'll probably end up talking to him on the phone later anyway.
You know. So, but nice to meet you, Haley. So, do you have any questions, or you just want to just see what comes through? Do you have any questions? Because if you have a specific question, this is the time to do it, or I could just let it just flow. It's up to you.
Okay, I've recently had like a whole lot happen. I'm about to move to like a completely different state with a completely new random job
Mm-hmm.
that I never thought I'd be doing. So I just want to, I guess, if you would touch base on all that, possibly.
Okay. Well, the thing I got was I see prosperity. Um, and it's funny because when I flipped the card, I saw the free spirit. So you're a free spirit. It's kind of like the medical field or something medical terms is what I get. But I kind of get like for some reason you're like very in touch with yourself. You're very yeah. I'm being told that you're sensitive, and I do see that you're going to be using those gifts within that realm, but try to cover it up as much as possible because I'm seeing like Reiki in the hands. See, my hands are getting hot, by the way. Um, I do see that you look that you're very gifted. You're an old soul. You're a star seed, by the way. You're from Atlantis. You were also abducted when you were younger, okay, by aliens, by the way.
What?
And then, even though I don't know you, and I don't know if you've ever encountered, okay, and then on top of that, there's something about you and Bigfoot. I'm getting Bigfoot energy. There's gonna be something that you're gonna be doing, okay? I'm picking that up.
Okay.
And then I'm kind of getting like scientific energy, like a scientist or a person that research and does a lot of like investigating out in the field, but not like a haunted place, but like out in the forest. There's a lot of stuff that I get from paranormal from you that you're just, and I do see that you will be doing that. And then with everything else, okay, with your moving, I just see everything flowing for you. So there's gonna be a lot of good things. And you're gonna be like you. I feel like a part of you didn't want to move, but it's gonna benefit you. Just know that you will always keep in touch with your family. That's unconditional. So yes, it might hurt because you're gonna be away from them, but you can always call. So just don't ever feel like you're leaving a burden or a problem or don't hold yourself and don't. Okay, that was weird. I'm being told to tell you the sky is the limit. Okay. Um, you do have. I'm kind of getting like an aunt or somebody with curly hair. Don't know who that is, but she's kind of tall. I want to say like probably like 5'8", 5'9". Okay. Maybe it's a silhouette of somebody that you're seeing or a relative. It's either one or the other. It's kind of weird. It's kind of getting like two in one, almost like Gemini energy. I don't know. It's just weird. Um, but yeah, I do see a lot of good changes. And then, and it's crazy because okay, that's weird. I mean, of course, I don't know your personal life, but you gave me permission to read you. I see a relationship, engagement, kids later on.
Thank you for
Wait,
that.
notice,
Make me
notice
feel
he said
like
later on.
Not right, not right now. Not right now. Okay. That's weird. I'm getting like getting tingles. It's weird because I'm getting like real strong energy. She's very gifted. And no matter if she uses the like the medical field or if she didn't, because I can see her as a medical field, but I can also see her behind a desk, and I'm seeing this like a computer, like that. It's weird. I don't know why. I want to say like technology. I'm seeing computer, like a computer person, a technical person is what I'm getting. So you can do either or,
You're
and it you still come out
you're in
winning.
there.
Hmm.
So I don't know if
There's
that
not
makes
enough
any sense.
cigarettes
Do you
for
have
me
any other
tonight.
questions, or did anything? Do
Well,
you have
Chris,
any
let me tell you a
questions
little secret. Let me tell
besides
you a
what?
little secret. Haley is Leanne and Todd's son's girlfriend. Um,
Oh wow!
yes, this and she is starting a new job and it involves medical to it's insurance.
And my best
So
friend
that's
is
what
a
I see behind
Gemini,
the
and she's
desk.
got
Then
curly hair and she's tall.
Yeah. Yeah, you
So
nailed that one,
oh
Chris.
my god!
Yeah, you nailed that one.
I heard her. I
Also,
heard her. I heard her whispering too. She was like, she's all like that. Yeah. So
now you want to tell him the rest, Haley?
when he was talking about like the family stuff, yeah, there's only like one person kind of holding me back from moving, and I was just talking to Zach about that like last night, and that's like the one thing that is keeping me from moving. So that was crazy that he brought that up. And my best friend, which he also said was Gemini, and she's my closest friend of 10 years, and she is a Gemini, and she is tall, and she has curly hair. So
Yep.
that's crazy.
And
that's
Haley is
yeah, that's
gifted.
crazy. And
Oh, and the
yeah,
Bigfoot thing,
I
I
got
actually,
that too. Like,
Yep.
sorry, I
And her
actually
new
go
like
ahead. I
beloved
did
can
is
not,
hear you.
watching.
okay. I did not believe in Bigfoot or anything like that, but I have went squatching with Greg Yost, and I actually had like the biggest experience with Bigfoot with him. So
Yep, you
crazy.
nailed it, Chris.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's another one in the
Yeah.
books.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you came on, because there's a lot of people that, don't get a chance to talk to me. But I know that as time goes on, I'm gonna get busier. Like Beth, me and Beth, I don't know why. I just feel like I'm gonna probably be working with everybody. It wouldn't surprise me. Um, but yeah, I just see that you have a good, on good life on your shoulders. Um, and if anybody is holding you back, don't let them. Okay, don't ever let them. And it was weird too because even though you said that there was a family member that was holding you back, but there was something else that I was picking at. I don't know if that was, and I know that you're in a relationship, but I did pick up like a friend, and I want to say a male that had a problem or does not want you to move, but he hasn't told you though.
My father.
It's like somebody that I guess kind of like feels like if you leave, it's gonna like they're gonna miss you. I guess like you, like they're like a part of you, you're losing you, so to speak. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what I picked up. But it's not like it's like I get it like in the distance. But this person hasn't told you because they respect your boundaries. But they've thought about you, but they just don't tell you because you're in a relationship. But they just said, well, I guess she's not going to talk to me no more because she's getting her, a foundation where she's moving. And I guess that just doesn't, I don't have a part of that. So they just kept their self distance from you. Okay.
Yeah, I
You've got
think
a
that
secret
figure is
admirer.
my
Okay.
father. So that's crazy. Me and him
All
have
right.
been kind of separated. We actually like separated when I met Zach, a little bit after I met Zach for other reasons, but we have not been in touch really at all since I have came to. So that would
You're
And I
explain
growing
like
see
the
up.
he's
distance
watching your
thing.
status too.
Oh yeah,
He's watching your status, by the way. So whenever you post stuff on Facebook, he sees everything you put. And I do feel like
hmm
it hurts him, but hey, you gotta do what makes you happy. You know what I'm saying? Don't let anybody hold you back. Ever.
I don't know
definitely.
who told her that. I have no clue. But
So I've
I
got like
know that
two
You have
questions for
unlimited
this.
potential in it. Go ahead.
Okay, so my first question is, this job that I'm going into, like, is it right for me? Because it's completely different than anything I have ever or thought I would do.
Well, they told me to step out of your comfort zone. Gotta learn, expand is what I get. Now, as far as that, if it cannot, like, if you can't learn it, I don't believe that. I believe you can learn it. Yes, it's gonna be something totally new for you, but I do feel that you're gonna still do what you love, but you're gonna learn other responsibilities. So that comes with just with the territory. Okay. So I
Okay.
do feel that you will succeed with it. You might feel kind of like bombarded or like, damn, I can't do this shit. I give up. Don't get discouraged. Don't think that you don't do it because as we know, the devil himself can put in stuff, imprint your head, and tell you that you don't have the potential for anything. Anything negative is going to try to tear you down. But don't believe that. Believe in yourself, okay? Because you do make a difference, and you are a very important person and a very important asset. So just remember that you're going to make a big difference in that medical field, girl. And it's fun.
don't.
It's weird
Yeah.
because in my head, as I'm looking at you, I'm seeing a certificate. I'm seeing a certificate, an award. When I look at your
Don't
face,
ever
so
sell
that's already
yourself
telling
short.
me that that's. I mean,
Well, in order to start the
hey,
party,
yeah. Well, there's it. Well, I see it. You just got to
so
believe in
okay.
yourself. That's all it
Is
takes.
your mind
It
blown,
comes from
Haley?
here.
Is your mind
Comes
blown?
from
Yes.
here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I guess my
So,
last question
and it,
is, no, sorry, you go ahead.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm not talking. I'm letting you talk because I don't want it to interfere with what you're saying. Go ahead.
I was just the last thing because I don't want to keep you too long. Is if I have any like spirit
Okay. It's
guides
okay.
or something like that.
Hey, it's weird. I'm seeing a child. Could be like an elder. And then I see like a grandfather is what I got. Like an older man. Someone that was very protective. Someone that guides you and gives you that encouragement to let it go through. So yeah. Oh, where did Beth go? What the hell?
Well, that's
I guess he cut her off.
scared.
But I know she'll come back. I know. It's just
She
that
is.
it's weird. It did that earlier. I guess because um. But I do see that you do have a lot of good stuff coming for you. So don't ever doubt it. Just live the dream. You are the American dream. You have that chance to make a difference. And just because it's maybe something different out of your comfort zone does not mean that you can't do it. Because I mean, there's some things that I probably maybe in the near future I'm gonna be afraid to because I'm gonna tell you what I did, and this I'm not kidding you. I went to this MUFON. This was maybe like sometime last year, I've only done shows on the internet and social media, right? I'm an abductee. Okay, I got abducted by an alien, very young. I had to speak in front of real people, just like I'm talking to you, but it was all around. I was nervous as shit. And my friend said, "You got this. You got it." And people have said, "You know what? Haven't you ever thought that when you be in these shows, even though you cannot read yourself, it's preparing you for something bigger on the other side?" And I'm thinking, like what? Television, conventions,
Yes.
paracons.
Yes.
You gotta think big. You gotta think bold. So you never know what this part chapter is gonna have for you. Right now, you might be a person that's gonna work in the medical field, but you're gonna probably be bossing somebody else or an assistant. I can actually see you potential, and you're still young, so you have a lot of potential ahead of you. So don't
Yep.
limit what you don't know. It's always good to learn. It might be scary because I can see because when I'm looking at your face and like your eyes, I'm reading into your soul and I feel that you have that fear. You have a lot of fear, but you're covering up. You're covering it up. And it's okay. I have fears just like you. I'm human. Yes, I might be gifted, but I have fears too. And I calm those out fears. When I spoke with that mic, I said, "Damn, I got this. I can do this like I do this on the shows." And you should have seen it. After I took that mic, I took it over, and I'm like, and then you know what really got me? And this is where it gets a little emotional. Everybody stood up and clapped for me. That I came out and told them that story and shared that I'm here to help people. When it gets
Yep.
like that, it gets very touching. So when you get that certificate and you move your way up, you're gonna have a lot of emotional times, but you're gonna be proud of yourself. Okay?
And that's what I
Just
tell her all the
remember,
time.
sky's
She's
the
got to focus on herself. You got to love
sky's the
yourself,
limit,
baby.
girl.
You can
Yeah,
do anything you want to do,
you do.
and you got to risk it to get the biscuit.
And another thing too, yeah, and then sometimes you just don't let nobody stop you. Even if you think your spouse is trying to stop you. I'm not saying he is, because I feel like he's pushing you. But not everybody's
Yes.
that fortunate. Sometimes your spouses will stop you from it too. Don't let nobody stop you, not even family, friends. Don't you reach your stars. Because I know I am, and I know, and like for Beth, I know she has a lot of fear too. But you know what, Beth? I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Thank
I
you.
really am. And for what she came out and tell you that to share that story, that tells me that you have a lot more coming, and you don't even know it. You have a lot more to come
Yeah,
in.
I'm gonna get
And
on.
I see you working with my children, and you might even be be working. You might even have a time where you might even find missing persons to where not all the time are you going to find a happy ending, but it's a big responsibility. And I've came
Yes,
across a lot of that. Sometimes I've found happy endings, and sometimes you find the body. But hey, you do what you got to do.
yep.
So
It's about
look
what you
at
say.
Beth and look how much I encouraged her. So so
Yes,
just know
you
that
are very
you're still young.
inspirational.
Enjoy your life, and you have a beautiful gift, and share it with others. Okay, share it with others. Don't limit. You know how there's people in American Idol that they have the potential to sing and they don't come out. They have a voice to share. That use
Yep.
that whatever motivates you, do it. Whatever it takes. And
And
if
that's
I
why I
see your
want.
face on the certificate, I see you. I see you passing it. I see you passing it. It's just
You're
up
gonna do it,
here.
honey.
All it takes.
Yes, Chris.
Now,
Okay.
mind's blown. Chris has blown everyone's minds tonight.
Yes. So, Chris, could you touch base on the
And I
alien abduction thing that you said that I had?
I knew she was gonna ask
I
that.
want to say
Yeah. I was a little confused. I was taken by that.
And
I
we've
want to say
actually
that
spoke about
happened,
that
and you might
before.
feel like Yeah. I want to say like around 9 or 10 is what I'm seeing. I don't know why. I see like 9 or 10. You might not remember it because they sometimes can black people out. With me, I remember I was abducted. I just kind of remember kind of like a features, but not too much. But I actually feel like they did it to you when you were sleeping, and it felt like it wasn't a dream, but it was they actually abducted you, and they can do that in your sleep. A lot of people don't know that. You don't have to see a damn
No.
spaceship and it sucks you up like that. It doesn't have to be that way. Take it from
Mm-mm.
experience. I was abducted when I was asleep, and I woke up with marks on my arm, girl. I woke up with R's, and that shit burned.
Yeah.
So it does happen. It does happen in your sleep, but it feel
So
and
what
sometimes you might
happens?
have like a flashback. You don't is that sometimes you'll see like a face, like a face of them, and you'll see the eyes, but you can't see the whole body. So sometimes it happens.
You may not
If you have a
remember it until later
remember
on.
of a it might come back to you. And I've been told that you've been abducted more than once. I could be off with the age, but you've been abducted more than once. I want to say at least 2 times when you were younger. So it happens.
Wow, what did they
And
do?
the
What
way
is
I see it is that I do feel like when you, I think that they did research to see how much you know of them, because little that you know that you were related to them. Though those are your ancestors from a previous life. And it's weird because when I'm looking at you, I was abducted by the reptilians, by the green ones. But with you, I don't see the green ones. I see the gray ones. So you were abducted by gray aliens. So there's different types of aliens. So I'm seeing brown. I mean, seeing gray with you. So, mm,
Haley, breathe. Breathe, Haley.
so
Breathe.
Well, the crazy thing is, you said ancestors, and I have been trying to get my ancestors to contact me for like a week now. So,
well, you just let it happen. Ask
I
for
thought she was
ask
going to
ask
pass out
ask
there
your
for a
guides
minute.
to help you. I know she wasn't. She wasn't breathing. She was like this. Look, Beth. She was like this. Look.
I'm like, oh my God, breathe. Breathe.
I'm sorry. I was taking back
She's like
normally.
breathe.
Okay, I breathe. I do a breath. Okay.
No,
You got a lot
but
to
you
think
be
about,
fine.
Haley.
Just know that you were a lot. You're still young. We're all young, but you just remember that you have a lot in front of you, and just know that just put that potential and give it all you got. Give it all you got.
And remember, you got
Just
more
give it all you
people in
got.
your corner than
And
you
you know
think you
what?
have,
What you
honey.
hmm Yeah. And even though I just met you, I hope the best for you and you achieved your dream, because not everybody achieves it. Some people they hold themselves back from their own dreams. And sometimes they think that other people hold them, but it's not them that holds the dream. That other people influence it. You know what holds people back from their own dreams? It's
Mm-hmm.
all it's all you. It's the same thing with me. If I didn't help people and I had this gift for many years and I never came on any shows, who's holding Chris back? Chris.
Yep.
Nobody else but him.
Just like I can't say I don't know
I'm
shit
just saying the
anymore.
truth.
Yeah, you can't, though. You can't. You really can't.
You can't.
I got to take the bull
She's
by the
like, damn it,
horn.
Chris, you did it again. You got me. She's like, Chris, you did it again. You got me in trouble, Chris.
I'm just
And I
glad
can already
Haley's
tell
breathing
everybody in the
again.
chat. They're like, yeah,
Yeah. I can't
yeah,
wait to check my
yeah. But
messages.
just
There's going to be
know
a
if
whole
you
lot of
ever
that, I'm
need to
sure.
talk, yeah, I know. And if you ever need to talk to me, just talk to Leanne and just say if she needs to talk to me, just put me on the phone with her and we can talk again. I mean, because I always do sessions privately, but if you don't feel okay, you can have somebody with you. I always recommend that. I don't ever like to do readings without a parent or without a, it's just, I just that's how I am. and I always do readings for everybody. So to me, it doesn't bother me. It does, just know that you just tell me when, where, and I'm there. And just know that you have so much potential. And it's weird because like I'm seeing a lot of potential around you. And I see, as a matter of fact, okay, why did I just hear sister? Did you have a sister?
Yes,
I
I have
have
a
a
half
sister.
sister.
I mean, okay, because I was looking at the card. She's there too. I don't know why, but to me, I know she's your half sister, but she seems competitive. It's like whatever you want, she got to have. What was
I
that
got you,
look, Beth?
Sherry.
I saw that look, Beth.
I'm gonna get on that tonight, Sherry.
Ooh. Hmm. She's not breathing,
But
Chris.
yeah, but just know that.
Hey, Chris, you never knew you could
It's
make people
perfect for
stop breathing
sister.
until tonight.
Well, you know what? I never done that before because I never look
I'm
at,
sorry.
because I'm always like looking down or I'm like looking up. So I don't ever catch, people. They're like, I've had people where they're just like, or they'll cry, but not like
I didn't know
like
that's
stiff like this. So,
I
but yeah,
apologize for my dogs
yeah,
barking. They're
that's
getting a
always the
little out of
first for
hand.
every.
Yeah, I was like, is the camera
So, do you have
froze?
any
And
other
then I saw
questions?
her.
Or?
Nope, I had a little blink. But yeah, I think
Yeah,
the
but do you
person
have
you're
any
talking
other
about is
questions,
my
Paige?
stepsister, and we're sharing a room currently. Yeah, so.
Yeah,
Mm,
you hit that one on the head too,
mm,
Chris. Yeah.
you know
Mhm.
what? You know what I kind of feel too. She doesn't
Hmm.
want you to move either, because I do feel like kind of was weird that she's kind of like jealous of you because you're growing. She still has a lot more to mature. You've already matured more than what she has. She might not accept it, but and the thing is that she wants what you have, basically with the relationship, happiness, because all the people that she's been around with, they ain't
Mm,
worth a crap. So
She's
mm,
jealous that I'm getting out and she's not. That's
mm.
what it
yeah,
is.
because you're growing. And you know
I'm
what?
not
I don't
saying
know why, but
nothing.
I got this feeling that Beth told you that too.
A lot of people have.
Beth told you
A
that
lot of
too.
people
I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying.
So yep.
Kick ass,
So
Seabass. That's all
so
I'm
it's
saying.
all there.
have.
You heard it straight from Chris's mouth. Now you go run with it.
Yes, girl. Hmm.
Love yourself. Believe in yourself.
Run with it.
Anybody else?
Yep.
Tell them Beth
Believe in
said,
yourself and knowing that you have
because Mama Beth always got the middle finger for
Oh
anybody that
my
messes with one
god.
of the babies.
Of course.
Yep.
That's right.
Just know that you have the potential, and just don't give up. I'm telling you, don't give up. And we're living proof of that. We're here for a purpose, and we have our calling. You have that calling
Yeah,
to
and I'm
work in a
old.
and you know, you're not old. You're still young, Beth. You're not old.
Ida, thank you for joining us. Chris, she said
You
she's
know
off
what I
the
was gonna
mend.
say? Oh, I know. I saw that. I saw that, my friend Ida. Okay, that's weird. With her working in the medical or whatever she's doing, I see her self-employed too, like a business on the side. I'm seeing a
Or coffee.
business on the side, like with the medical. So there,
Hmm.
yeah. So
Well,
I
I
see
haven't
Just
you.
thought of
So
anything.
you're gonna be doing
I mean, me and
so.
Leanne were joking about something the other day about starting a little crystal and coffee shop. But
Well, there
You
you
never can
go.
tell.
There
Many
you
oh
go.
things can
yeah,
And
happen in
I
the
didn't know
future.
it. Yeah, I could see that. You just got to start from that. Take that big step and move, and all the answers are there.
Everything will
The
fall into
potential is
place.
there. Just got to make it happen. Yep. Like believe me, everything with me is falling into place. And sometimes I'm like, you know what are you doing? I kid you not, I do this sometimes, but I don't do it. I'm like, is this real? If am I living a dream? Do I pinch myself at times and I'm like,
that's how
no,
I am
this
right
is
now.
this is not a dream. This is reality. So just remember, it's not a dream. It's reality. You're living it. Now it's time
Yeah.
to bring it to the table and show them what you got, girl. Show them what you got. Say, I'm
Work it.
here. So, yep.
I am Haley. Just keep smiling, honey. It'll be
So,
all right. I know
but
you're gonna be thinking a lot about aliens
yeah.
tonight. So
I will actually. It's just how it
But I
is.
hope
That's
you
how it
enjoyed
is.
your reading and
Yes,
and I know Leanne's in the background somewhere, but we'll keep in touch and keep me updated on how she does on the test.
I
Let me
will.
know how she
I
does
will
on the
tell her
test,
to tell
Leanne.
you. Absolutely, I will.
Sherry, you're
Make her.
right.
You know
He
what?
is
When she
very
gets off, yeah, yeah, and tell her to
Sherry, you're right.
Leanne. If, I know you. Go ahead. Sorry,
Sherry was saying that you're
I
so
didn't mean to
very true
interrupt you,
and you're
but
just
sorry.
adorable. You're so adorable, Chris.
Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate that. I mean, I don't think I'm adorable, but I've heard that too. They're like, stop thinking negative. But it's just me.
Yeah.
I'm just like Beth. There's times where I have my days where I'm just like, you know how that works.
We don't know how
They're
to
like, you're fantastic. No, yeah,
own it.
you're like you're fantastic. It's like no, I'm not. I know. Claim it, and own it. Leanne, tell her she needs to go study so she can pass that, so I can see that certificate. I want to see that
I've been sitting
certificate.
here for a week and a half.
Don't cram too hard and let me
Keep
know
at
how it
it.
goes. We'll come back on
I
another
know. I
show
want
with
to know.
Haley and
So
her certificate.
And just be like, y'all, he was right.
I know, right?
Ladies and
No,
gentlemen,
but it was nice
if you
talking to
have
you. Nice
not
meeting.
followed Chris, he's going to tell you before we get off where you can find all his wonderful information. He's already given you his phone number, so he's already agreed to a date at that point. Just remember, he likes high dollar restaurants. Just know that.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Really, Leah? I really missed. Oh my God!
Um, if you're taking Chris out on a date,
Hey,
everyone just remember, me and Leanne will be screening you.
Absolutely.
and
Well,
you know
go
what?
study.
That's crazy about that dream too. I'm still thinking. I know. I'm still thinking about that dream, but now you got me thinking about it. I know
Well,
it's not
maybe
a damn
somebody wants to
restaurant.
take you on a high dollar date. Who knows? I mean, it is what it is.
Oh my God! Don't even. I'm gonna be.
Haley, stop yawning.
I'm
Go
gonna be thinking
study.
about this.
It's just from the fact I didn't
Yes, go
read
study.
Go study. I'm surprised Leanne is still awake.
Go
Leanne,
study.
Yeah, I'm still awake.
oh, you're going to leave Nick. Okay, Sherry. Sherry's talking about giving up on Nick Groth for you, Chris.
Oh wow.
That's a serious thing.
No,
'Cause-
that's a friend of mine. I mean, even though
thank you,
that's funny
Kathy.
you say that Sherry, because you know what? I like Nick. I would love to meet him like in person. Maybe might want to work with him. I saw him on the other show, and I was like supporting him. So Nick is one of my big fans too. I've
I
always
love
like
Nick.
looked at him. Between yeah, he's amazing. Between him and Aaron, him and Aaron are like yeah, but but it's
And I
crazy
normally
though.
do a
But
shout out
I don't ever,
every show. Actually, every show I normally profess my love for Nick Groff. Um, all jokes aside, Nick, I look up to Nick because he went
yes, I
through
do too.
obstacles
So
and he's still standing and he's still being himself. And you know,
yeah, then,
like I told Nick on one of his show on the show he was on, I put in chat, let them talk. Let them talk. They talked about Jesus Christ. They'll talk about you too. It don't matter. Long as you're being true to yourself,
yeah,
that's all that matters. And
yeah, that's all that matters. And
I'm
for Nick,
very
if you, yeah,
yeah.
I'm a big fan. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Nick. So
Anybody that wants to get me a cardboard cutout of Nick Groth so he can do shows with me,
Beth, did you not sign up for his little giveaway thing he's doing?
I did. I did. Thank
I
you,
didn't.
Gina. Um, I'm
I
just
saw,
saying.
I would try to, but
Oh, Chris, are you doing a Paracon in Jersey?
you know what, Becky? I think is I've never done a Paracon, Becky, but you might be predicting something. So I've thought about going to those Paracons up there in New Jersey or the ones that they have because there's one that's in New Jersey, but there's one in Michigan. But with this COVID, I don't know. But I wanted to attend a Paracon, so that's kind of funny you said that, Becky, because I want to meet my Amy Allen. Me and Beth need to meet Amy Allen. She's my girl.
Oh
Yes.
yes, we are Amy fans. We love us some Amy Allen. So, if she ever wants
So
to
yeah,
be our friend too, we love her.
yeah,
There's so
yeah.
many good
She's
people
but
out there and that we have a lot of respect for. I mean, Chris, I know Leanne feels the same way too. I mean, we have a lot of respect for Amy Allen. A lot of respect for
hmm
Chip Coffee, who actually doesn't
that's my
he
motive.
lives in the same city I live in.
Yeah, yeah. He's my motivator. They both are, and that's what I look at. I look at that they motivate me, and I just want to just I'm not done with just doing shows and radio shows and stuff. But the thing is, I want to go out and do like paracons and speak up because it gives me more. I think if I do that, I think the first time I'm probably gonna get emotional, like Miss Haley over here speaking in front of 1,000 people. I mean, just think about it. Picture it. You have 2,000 people and you're in an auditorium. You're just gonna be like, you're not gonna know what to say. You're gonna be speechless. But hey, if I ever go to the Paracon, yeah, I'll let y'all know because I want that would be my next step. Is speaking in Paracons and then whatever else happens behind that, who knows? It's God's doing. So
You can do
all I
it.
gotta
And
say.
I'm shy, so I would never be able to do it. I'd be like this with a microphone. I'd look like Haley.
Yeah,
I'm like, hi, my name is Beth.
yeah.
Well,
You see, you know
I'll
what
go ahead
shit?
and I'll go ahead and be like, Chris, go ahead and talk for me.
But you know what? You should be able to not be so shy, Beth. You wanna know why? Because this is your show, so you do a good job. So why wouldn't you
Thank
be able to
you.
talk in front of 1,000 people like you talk on the show?
I don't
I'm
know because
just
they're not standing
saying.
in front of me. They're
I'm
not
just
standing
saying.
in front of me.
You know what? I can. You know what? Even though I can't see Leanne on the screen, but I can hear her saying, "Chris is right."
Yeah, that's
I
probably
can't
right.
see her on the screen, but I can hear her in the background.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So,
that's my little
but you know
Leanne.
what, Becky? Thanks for that prediction. Thanks for that
Yep.
prediction, Becky. I'm gonna write that. You know what? I should write that date down. Y'all see that
Yes.
date she wrote on the Paracon?
September 25th, 2021.
September 20. Okay, we'll see.
Remember, Becky, when we're
We'll
going to
see
have
what
Haley back
happens.
on with her certificate, and then after September the 25th, Chris and I are going to come on and be like, well, Becky,
Oh my
Well,
God.
I've kept
But
Chris
yeah.
on long
So
enough
do
tonight. We've had a great show tonight. I always love talking to Chris. Of course, I'm going to work something out where we can get him on again. Um, we always have fun, plus Chris stays in my ass about being me, and everybody seems to enjoy it. So, um, thank you, Sherry. Thank you. I'm more of the comedian than anything. But if you haven't liked Chris, you need to go. He's got two. Can you still get friend requests on both your Facebook pages?
honestly, with other people that probably don't like me, you probably could try to send me a request. But if I don't confirm it right away, it's because I've had like in my other Facebook I have four, then I have the other one I think I have four, but I haven't confirmed it because I've been kind of sketchy about getting certain friend requests. But unless if I know you, you want to friend request me, you got to message me on Messenger and tell me how you found me and stuff like that. Most people I know, like Sherry, she's on my Facebook. Beth, you're on my Facebook. Leon's on my Facebook. Todd's not on my Facebook. But there's just certain people that I do know that are on my Facebook that if I see multiple
Gotcha.
friends, I look at that. And lately I've been having a lot of weird people friend request me. But right now I don't know what I have. I'm
Hey,
thinking I have 5,000 on both, but I'm not too sure. But if you can still send me a friend request, just let me know if you're gonna add me. And then if it's somebody that maybe deactivated their Facebook for some reason, then I'll just remove them and I'll add you. So just message me on Messenger that if you want to be my friend, I'll just remove somebody that is not active and hasn't checked their Facebook since 2012. Then I'll just
Yeah.
remove them and I'll just say, you know what? Because I keep my Facebook, I keep looking at everything that if they haven't checked their Facebook or if it's deactivated, then I just unfriend. And then I make more room for people that want to watch me and keep in touch
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So yeah, so just check me out on Facebook on Chris Psychic Garcia. You can reach me on my own personal cell phone 210-974-3470. Again, 210-974-3470. And if you can't find me on Facebook and you have Instagram, that's a whole nother page you can find me on. That doesn't have no limitations like Facebook has. So if you want to find me on Instagram, I'm on there too.
And
So
he's
I'm
on. He
just
does
saying
radio
because
shows
Instagram.
also.
Oh,
Also
as a matter of
radio
fact, I'm gonna
shows.
be on Wednesday. I'm
So,
gonna be doing one
when
Wednesday,
he
so keep
posts
a
that,
lookout on that one.
I'll be sharing that. I share all of Chris's stuff. So we really appreciate your support. I'm glad you got to be here tonight. Tonight, a lot of things were revealed by Chris. He made people stop breathing. So if you don't believe in that, I don't know what else you can believe in. Thank you for all your support, Sherry. I love you. Thank you. You're one of the biggest supporters, and all the people that I got to meet for the first time tonight. Thank you. Please go, join Supernatural Speak. I also have Wicked Woman Paranormal, and I've got a big announcement coming up soon. So just follow for that. Much love to everyone. I hope y'all have a wonderful evening, and we'll see y'all soon.